I'm going to start with 4 gemstones that are often called for to support physical healing. These are light green aventurine, dark green aventurine, chrysoprase, and green tourmaline. Therapeutic quality light green aventurine is a pale to light medium green, semi-translucent gemstone. Its key purpose is to locate areas of lowest vibration in the body. In other words, areas that most require healing attention. When a target area calls for light green aventurine, or when the gemstone appears in a gemstone mandala, it can mean that a source or cause of the client's issue or concern is yet unknown. Light green aventurine is an excellent locator tool and will attempt to find it. It is not uncommon for the body's intelligence centers to be unaware of disharmony or disease in the body. This is most likely to occur if the person is in denial about the condition, or if the body has compartmentalized the disharmony, perhaps at another level of manifestation. The presence of light green aventurine can also mean that the client's body needs the gemstone's supportive, upward-moving, spring-like energy to bring a sense of new life, new energy, and new hope to a healing process. And that's something it has in common with dark green aventurine. Light green aventurine has a gentle, cooling influence, which means that it can be called for to mitigate excess heat in a target area. In summary, light green aventurine locates areas of lowest vibration in the body and can help the body identify source or cause. It has upward-moving, spring-like energy, and its cooling nature gently mitigates excess heat. Dark green aventurine is a rich green and is also semi-translucent. The highest quality material will have shiny flecks, which is an optical quality called aventurescence. A key purpose of this gemstone is to support detoxification. When a target area calls for dark green aventurine, it can therefore mean that the body has not only identified the presence of toxins, but is ready to let them go. This last part is significant. For example, light green aventurine may be used to help the body locate the toxins, but the dark green aventurine will be called for when the body is prepared to release them and is capable of doing so. The presence of this gemstone also suggests that the detoxification will occur at the cellular level unless another gemstone or numerology guides it elsewhere. For example, if a mandala contained 2 or more each of dark green aventurine and rose quartz, it would mean that the detoxification involves emotions, since rose quartz has an affinity with them. While this gemstone also has a spring-like, upwardly moving energy that likes to support new beginnings, its presence also suggests the body's need to move its attention, awareness, and healing energies more deeply into an issue. These energy movements are not opposite. The tendency to move energy more deeply describes energy moving inward rather than downward. So dark green aventurine moves energy upward and inward. In summary, dark green aventurine helps detoxify, it has an affinity with the cells, and its energy moves inward to access toxins at deeper levels. Therapeutic quality chrysoprase is a bright apple green color that should be well saturated and with a color that's homogeneous throughout the semi-translucent stone. A key effect of this gemstone is that it reverses downwardly spiraling energies that can dampen your spirits and prevent you from living life with a positive attitude. This means that it's a good one to work with when you need help overcoming self-sabotage and self-destructive tendencies in order to reconnect with hope, self-confidence, and optimism. When a target area calls for chrysoprase, or when the gemstone appears in a mandala, it can suggest that there may be the presence of downward spirals somewhere in the body. This doesn't necessarily imply the person feels sad or depressed, but it might. It is possible the downward spiral is limited to an organ or small area or even a single chakra. But the downward spiral can influence other areas and spread, so it's always good to address them. The presence of this gemstone might instead suggest the need for healing light to address an area from an entirely different point of view. When Chrysoprase is called for, this light will come up from inside the body, from the atomic level, rather than from the outside in, which is where most of the light comes from that feeds our body and illuminates our body and being. Chrysoprase energy draws light up from within the deepest layers of your being, namely the atomic layer, through the molecular, cellular, and organ levels of manifestation to your aura. As this light moves outward and upward, it counteracts, neutralizes, and reverses the downward spiral of a person or target area that they might be caught up in. When a target area calls for chrysoprase, it can also indicate that core clearing, nourishment, and restructuring may be required at the micro levels of manifestation, perhaps the atomic and molecular levels. In summary, chrysoprase is usually called for in the presence of downward spirals, when a different viewpoint will be very helpful, and when support is needed from a fundamentally very deep level. Near transparent to transparent therapeutic quality green tourmaline comes in a range of green colors, from light and dark greens to olive and teal, and everything in between. Each color represents a different vibration of masculine creative energy. I believe that a range of strengths and talents builds good character in a person, and a range of vibrations manifested in a target area reflects good health. Narrow-mindedness and a limited band of vibrations can lead to unhappiness and poor health. When you want to support or expand this range using green tourmaline gemstones, try to collect them in a variety of colors. Our necklaces always come graduated in color. But for your mandala kit, you will need 8 single gems, so try to collect them in a range of green color too. A key effect of green tourmaline is to help balance masculine energy in relationship to feminine. These two energies should be relatively balanced throughout the body, including every cell. This balance has absolutely nothing to do with gender or gender identity, but constitute the two creative forces that work to keep us alive and thriving. When a target area calls for green tourmaline, or when the gemstone appears in a gemstone mandala, it can suggest that there is indeed an imbalance in masculine energy. Since green tourmaline is closely associated with masculine energy, which is closely associated with testosterone, we believe there's also a possible relationship between green tourmaline and testosterone. The need for tourmaline may also indicate breaks in the physical matrix, which can include obvious injuries as well as micro tears. The need for green tourmaline may also indicate breaks in physical matrix, which can include obvious injuries as well as micro tears. Micro tears can be caused by inflammation, hard exercise, or even from holding one position too long, such as sitting at a desk all day. The work of the immune system against infected cells can also cause micro tears. Testosterone has been shown to support tissue repair, and we believe green tourmaline energy helps too. The presence of this gemstone also suggests a deficiency in a person's ability to assert herself or himself and stand up for herself as needed. In summary, green tourmaline is usually called for when a person's masculine energy needs a better relationship with his feminine side, when the body needs to heal physical tissue, and when a person wants to support asserting himself and being his very best. Green tourmaline can be safely used by both men and women, since everyone needs a balance of masculine and feminine energy, and anyone can have a deficiency in either one or the other or both of these natural creative flows.